after 3 games, your offensive line, do you feel good about the rotation and who's going to be in it?
I do to a degree. I think it needs to continue to improve and work for improvement and, even be more disciplined in our assignments. So it's been positive the last couple of games, but I still think it can be better. And so am I pleased to know. I'm pleased that it's better than it was in the first game, but again, we still have to keep pushing for more.
What about that matchup, Bob? Their guys, their front four versus your guys. How good are they?
It'll be challenging, and I think it isn't just the front four. They're front seven. They're front 7 or 8. However, they're more their front 7 with their 4-3 schemes, so it'll be challenging. They've got excellent players, powerful players up there, and that you've got to be able to block whether you're running or protecting.
You feel pretty good about coming out of your last game. You got a lot of pressure on Kenny, Jeremy Bill in particular. Really last week, Virginia Tech, chasing Harris around was a big key to them winning that game.
Well, it's always a key, I think. Everyone, if you want to ask me that question from now to the end of the week or the end of the year, I'm going to say the same thing every week. It's always important to pressure a quarterback. It's the number one thing you need to do. Whether you're in your 4-man rush or whether you're blitzing. So to me, I don't see that as again, that's something you're going to ask me from now to the time I'm here that you always want to do, and all defenses do, as do they.
Bob, would you talk about the play of your safeties and Quentin Carter? When you look at him sometimes, do you see any similarities between he and Brandon Everett? Oh,
yeah. And Brandon was an excellent player here. Quentin's, as now people are seeing that he's in there consistently, that we have felt the last couple of years we've missed him due to injury, that he would have been a major, player, and was last year in our championship game, in the Big 12 championship game. He was one of the players of the game. So he's very physical, a great hitter, covers well, and he's a strong player, and we're excited he's out there. And again, we have missed him, the last year or two.
Bob, for a team that lost its opener nationally, you're in pretty good shape. Teams just fall week after week. 4, 5, 6, and 9 lost last week. Were you able to sit there and think, keep falling, dominoes, keep falling?
I don't think that way as much as just keep doing your job, or I don't have time to think about anybody else as much as just totally focusing on trying to get our team better, working for improvement, playing smarter, those kind of things, and more disciplined, and so I just focus on that, doing what we're able to, working on what we're able to control.
How about the Hawkeyes, though? You had to cheer them on.
I did. I rooted for the Hawkeyes, absolutely. My wife walked around the house all day and made a proclamation early in the day to my children that she was going to yell "Go Hawks" at least 10 times until the game. So she did, and we sat down as a family and rooted our alma mater on. It was fun, and my kids got to see Kirk Ferentz maybe about a month or so before the season, and we were in their offices, and so they know Kirk and some people up there, so it was fun. Good win for them.
When you're able to sit and watch football, do you flip channels?
Oh yeah.
You had 2 of your pals.
I got it on.
Coaching opposite that game.
Yeah, I've hitting all the buttons and hitting that previous channel back and forth, and I have trouble with 3 or 4 games. I got to narrow it down to 2 usually, and do my best to keep up with them both.
Did you stay up for the end of Tech Houston?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Made a call into Coach someone to congratulate him, and I didn't think Mike could return mine, so I didn't call him. So.
Or be on the phone for an hour with you.
Not that at that time, I don't think. But
did your kids get into the Iowa game like you and Carol did, being alums?
They're not quite as passionate about it as we are, but maybe they will as they grow older.
A general question about your corners. It seems like they have been conspicuous by their anonymity in the best possible way. They don't get beat a whole lot. Just what allows them to play at that level? Why are they good at it? And they've been awfully consistent.
Yeah, they've been very consistent, very good. And I think they do get unnoticed, and they are playing excellent. I think two big things for them is I think they're very smart, which they recognize plays and see things. They're very observant and smart in areas that they recognize plays as they develop really well, and I think and two, they understand schemes. They don't bust. It's very rare. And the other is they're talented. They're guys that can run and go. They're good ball skills, going after the ball, those kind of things.
Is there any place where they diverge and Brian is like this and Dom is like this? Or?
Brian is just naturally bigger, I think, overall. Dom, is one of the fastest guys on the team. So, they're just a little bit different that way. But I think in the college game, with the hash marks the way they are, they fit where we have them perfectly with one on the boundary and one to the field. And so it's worked out well for them.
What about Miami's receivers? I don't know if they are better or they look better because of Harris, but what about
they're
that
good.
matchup?
They got great quickness, good route runners. There's, explosive guys that have made a lot of big plays already. So, again, it'll be a big challenge to make sure we're in good coverage positions and hopefully can get to the quarterback where he doesn't have all day.
Does Miami's receivers being taller than most, does that present a different problem, an added problem?
That's sure it does, but that's fairly common anymore with most, with a good number of receivers anymore are getting bigger and bigger, but they have good size and go after the ball well. So, sure, you've got to, not only be in position, but you've got to be able to attack the football and get up on it, and so hopefully we can.
Are you concerned about your field goal kicking? 2 years inconsistencies.
He's missed 1 in 3 games, right? Or no, 2, I think. But I think no. I feel Jimmy has gotten a lot better, and I see it daily. And he's had a lot of kicks here in a few games, and I think for the most part he's done pretty well.
When you have a game like this with 2 elite programs, do we tend to make too much about team speed? Because both teams are going to have it.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've been a lot of things, but usually slow hasn't been one of the adjectives to describe us. So in the end, I think we have as much team speed as about anybody. And I feel they do too.
I mean, is this team as much as any team you've had? Is it comparable?
It's close. I don't know. I have me to sit here and think overall. It's in some positions yes, and some positions no. Maybe there's too many guys here to consider, but it's a fairly fast team.
Bob, do you think your guys recognize, or do you need to talk to them about the fact that maybe that game Saturday at Virginia Tech was an aberration because of the weather, and there'll be a different team playing at Miami?
Oh, we've already talked about it. They understand that, and we have talked about it. That they're at Virginia Tech. That's again, it's raining cats and dogs, and it's different and difficult circumstances where we're going to Miami, and doubtful it'll be raining, and that it's a different environment.
Special teams played a big part in the game last week between Miami and Virginia Tech. How do you feel about your special teams going into
I think just overall we've been solid with our special teams, and so I feel good that we're in good position going into the game.
They had a countdown clock on their website even before the Virginia Tech game, counting down to the game against you guys. Do you feel like there's a little more added pressure because they're kind of gunning for you from what happened 2 years ago?
And we got a countdown clock too. So
where's that?
You just haven't seen it.
It's in the indoor.
Yeah, it's in the indoor. So
are your players more ready for this game because it's the first true road test?
Our guys are anxious about the game, definitely.
Coach, it seems like nearly everybody's now using the no huddle. Does that mean that the effect you had last year as being one of the few
I don't know. There's other teams that have had it and been effective too. So we're not going to sit here and claim just because we were able to, do what we did last year that's why everyone's doing it. But people are seeing the advantages of it more and more. And I had said that a year ago that I anticipated. You watch, I said more and more people will be doing it, and that's where I like where our defensively we're so used to it going against our offense that we don't mind it, I don't think. But in the end, you see more and more people doing it, and I found it interesting even in the NFL at certain times that I think the other night the score is 0-0 until they both at the end of the half start going no huddle, and all of a sudden there goes the ball up and down. But again, that's not why. But in the end, it's it's becoming more and more popular.
How quickly will that clock change to Texas?
Well, we got one of those too. So.
Bob, Caleb obviously has emerged as a receiver for you this year, but he's always been good on special teams. Is he still playing a pretty prominent role?
Yes, to a degree. Brandon does do an excellent job for us. He's a hard-playing guy, and he has been valuable on our special teams. He's still playing on quite a few units.
What do you like about Corey?
Everything. His poise. I've just been watching a bunch of his interviews. I think obviously great, and it shows what a great leader he is. And then just watching him, he's talented. He throws an excellent ball. He's got good footwork, back there in the pocket. Throws a really good ball. Has patience. He'll stand in there and throw it when he knows the rush is coming. He's a good player.
You said last week you told Trent Rattery and Adrian Snell just to relax and play like street ball or whatever. Adrian's only touchdown catch was against Miami here 2 years ago. You think he'll be relaxed?
Hopefully. Again, I think sometimes, once you have a bad play, then you think about it too much and overdo it and then make too much of it. So in the end, not that you disregard it, but I think you just have to keep a balance with it. And oops, that's somebody beeping me. But in the end, hopefully he can. He needs to hopefully step up and make a difference.